Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thank you for joining me. So today is not Friday, but this is a shard pull video anyway, and that's because I have finally decided, committed to the idea, that I am going after the 5-star soul for Mithrala. Mithrala is an incredibly powerful champion. She's a key to my entire roster. She does so much for my account. There's a major step up in effectiveness between that 4-star soul and that 5-star soul when it comes to blessings. So I have committed to the idea that I actually have to go after this 5-star soul. And the only way I can do that is to pull shards. So I'm going to be pulling shards during the last hour of this progressive chance event. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll hit something interesting on the way to our points. But I've done the math. I'm going to walk you through my thought process very quickly, and we're going to pull the shards, have some fun. I hope you're ready for it. Let's get started. Just a quick reminder, the very first Clan Siege event launches in just about a day. It'll be a little bit less when you see this video. So please, if you haven't already, contact your clan leadership. This is a difficult thing for the officers to organize, and it helps if everybody's a team player and keeps the lines of communication open, especially if you're a member of the Colred Plays clan cluster. Come to our Discord. Your officers are looking for you, and they're trying to set plans in place to make sure this is a successful event. So help us out. In addition, don't forget that tomorrow is Tuesday. That means Takeover Tuesday livestream goes at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm giving away free account takeovers to members of my Discord community. So if you aren't a member, you should join. Also, while you're here, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for the support. Have a good first clan siege. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, so I just want to very briefly walk you through my thought process here. I always try to be transparent about why I am doing things here. Remember, I'm a free-to-play player, and so I'm hoping this is informative, maybe help some newer players or other free-to-play players and low spenders decide how best to approach any particular decision that comes up in raid. So the reason that I am interested in the 5-star soul, you can see I have a 2-star soul here on Mithrala now, but a 5-star soul is going to provide me with a lot more stats on her, right? First of all, the 3-star soul gets me defense, 4-star soul gets me HP and crit damage. Crit damage doesn't really matter. But the 5-star soul gives me additional resistance and accuracy, which is huge for Mithrala. Remember that her accuracy gets transformed into resistance through her passive. So this is actually an additional 150 resistance. You can basically think of it that way, plus 75 additional accuracy, and she is a debuffer. And I do use her in arena, so this additional accuracy will play. In addition, the chance of getting a smite here goes up to 60% chance if I'm going to continue to use Brimstone. I'm not convinced I will. I might switch it up. But if I do continue to use Brimstone, it goes to a 60% chance from just a 15% chance. So that's a lot more damage. Plus, it's protected. That means it can't be cleansed or removed. That can be especially useful on champions that you might use in Sand Devil's Necropolis. I don't use her there, but it's pretty cool that it can't be cleansed. So you can see it's a huge jump up from that 4-star to that 5-star because I'm doubling the chance of a smite, plus it's protected, plus I get 150 additional resistance and 75 accuracy, regardless of which blessing I take. So really, this is a super valuable opportunity to get this 5-star soul on Mithrala. So I don't feel like I can let it pass. I just use her in too many places. She's too valuable to my account, and this is too much of a benefit to just go for the 4-star soul. Now, what that means is I need to get 1,500 points in the Serpent Titan event. 1,500 points will get me all the way to the 5-star soul. There are 1,700 points available. Now, 300 of the points are currently available in this path of the Serpent Heroes path. And you can see they are broken into 4 sections. There's 100 points on the left side, 50 points in the middle, each side of the middle, and then another 100 points on the right side. Now, if you do the math here, it is 7,500 points for the 50 serpent points. So 7,500. That's true on the other side as well. So 15,000 for that first 100. You could go down here and go for the 100 down here, but that's actually 16,000. Right now, if you do both on a side, you can get 150 points for what turns out to be, I think it's 13, 14, 15, 16 20,500 points. That means 41,000 points for all of the serpent points on the board. Now, I could skip some of the points. I could just take the 100 points and then skip the 200 points, and that would be the max. I couldn't miss any more events, but I'm worried that I might miss some down the line. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for all the points here, and that's going to keep that 200 point cushion for later in the Titan event. It's still early. We still have a week and several days left in the Titan event, and that's why I want to go for all the points now. The other reason is because it's actually not that bad. If we calculate here and look at the shards, it's 4,500 points per sacred shard. I need about 31,000 points. If I pull 7 shards, that is 31,500 points. So 7 sacred shards gets me all of the points that I need to pick up all of the serpent points on this Path of the Serpent event. Now, there's an additional thing going on, which is there is, in fact, a progressive chance event. You'll notice I have 19 shards. So I'm still going to be left with 12 shards, which is more than enough to complete a fusion or another Titan event. And I'm going to have a little bit of time before that happens. So as long as there's not like a guaranteed champion event, which could come out and mess me up, okay, that would be the sacrifice. But I think it's worth it for the 5-star soul. The progressive chance event has Bad Alcazar, one of the OG greatest champions in this game. Just phenomenal champion. Still to this day, really good. You don't hear that much about him, but he's a really good champion. And I don't have him on this account. I've had him on alt accounts, at least 2 alt accounts in the past. I could actually find some value for him in my current roster. I'd probably put him into a Poison Explosion team with Elenarl and maybe this other guy here, Calvalax. So I have both of those champions. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, as far as the epics are concerned, I'm going to try to 4-star Rector Drath anyway, so I'm going to go for this. Now, just for pure transparency, I did in fact do a 10 pull of Ancient Shards just yesterday because I needed some rares to complete the champion training. I just needed some more champions, so I did do a 10 pull, and that gave me a few hundred points for, I actually think it gave me 3,000 points for this particular event as well. And I didn't hit anything. I got blue taxed. I don't think I got even an epic, so wasn't that interesting. But I just wanted to let you know that I did that. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole thing. We're going to be pulling these. I wouldn't mind a couple of copies of Rector Drath. There are still some other legendaries out there, like Duchess, like Kymar, who would be super valuable. Theodore would be fantastic. I don't think Theodore is void, is he? I don't think he. Anyway, or Bad Alcazar. So seven sacreds. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, and we have to go fast because we've only got 52 minutes left. All right, so let's just start. I usually talk a lot longer before I pull shards, don't I? Vildrax. This is actually a pretty good epic. He is one of the few AoE Hex champions in the game, and he's one of only 2 epics in the game that are 100% AoE Hex. There it is. 100% AoE Hex, not his A3. So if you don't have a Hex champion for Hydra, there's an option. All right, 6 more to go. I'd love to hit gold. I'd love to get that Bad Alcazar. That would be really fun. Taragi the Frog, a really good ally protector. I have a couple of copies of him already. Wouldn't mind empowering him either. Royal Guard's going to get another +1. I think mine is currently just at a +1, so this would give him to a +2. That is pretty good. I'm doing pretty well on the empowerment epics on these shard pull videos. Well, I open my mouth, right? And then I get a Frostbringer, so not so great. But let's see, what was that? That was 4, I believe, right? So we've got 3 more to go. Come on, I'd like to see something. I mean, I know it's for the Mithrala Soul. Annex, another good empowerment epic. I mean, I know this is for the Mithrala Soul, but you don't want to just throw sacred shards out and I'm not getting nothing. I'm getting good empowerment epics. 2 more. I'd love to see gold. Come on. 1 more gold. 1 more gold. Old Gruckus, not awful. I don't really use it. Last one. Come on, get something. Get something. Another epic. And Spider. Oh, no, not Spider. Fanclair. They look the same. All right, so that's 7 more on my mercy counter. Building up towards something hopefully good. But if we go ahead and look at the point totals, let's see how close we are. I think we're over where we need to be now. Path of the Serpent, 41,835 points. And it's going to take 41,000 points to get my points. So now I got to decide which path I want to take. I think I want the oils. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So I'm just going to come down here. Let's do this. Make sure that we didn't mess it up. I'm going to take those. I'm going to get this. And do the same thing over here. We've got 835 points left. Another 9,000 would get us a 5-star chicken. It's probably more than we need to spend. I don't want to pull 2 more shards just for a 5-star chicken. So I think that's it. We'll maybe end up getting, you know, we'll run a few more dungeons or something and get these charms. Okay, so that is it for me. Let me know if you are going for the Mithrala 5-star soul or if you are going to take a lesser soul instead. Certainly not bad to get even the 3-star soul, can be really excellent. I would highly recommend going for the 3-star soul if you can't go for a 5-star soul. All right, that is it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out. I have been Colred, and I will see you in another video soon.